everybody, welcome again in a new meeting in Managerial Studies in English. أهلا بالجميع ومرحبا بكم في لقاء متجدد حول دراسات إدارية باللغة الإنجليزية. Today we are going to discuss a nice topic and an important one in Managerial Studies. اليوم هنناقش موضوع مهم جدا مرتبط بالدراسات الإدارية. It's meetings وهو الاجتماعات. We have a lot of things to do today in meetings. We will discuss meetings vocabulary. عندنا حاجات كتيرة جدا هتكلم فيها في موضوع الاجتماعات وخلينا نبدأ بالmeeting vocabulary. You are going to listen to some vocabulary we use in meetings and then we will be back again.
Visit us on onestepenglish.com.
Business English. Meetings.
Let's learn English. Today, we will learn some words that we usually hear in a group meeting.
We will also give some examples, so you will understand each word.
Agenda. It refers to a list of things to be done. Agenda. Here's an example.
Mike, what's our agenda for our meeting today?
We will discuss our proposal for next quarter's sales goals.
Minutes. It refers to detailed notes that serve as a written record of a meeting. Minutes. Here's an example.
May, don't forget to write the minutes of the meeting. I'm on it, madam.
Brainstorm. It is a group discussion to produce ideas or solve problems. Brainstorm. Here's an example.
Are we going to have a brainstorm for the next campaign? I think we can do it at the next meeting, since it's not that important right now.
Strategy. It refers to a plan of action or policy designed to achieve a goal. Strategy. Here's an example.
This strategy has its drawbacks. Do you have any other plans?
We do have a backup plan, but I think we can pull this off.
Collaborate. It means working together to a common purpose to achieve business benefits. Collaborate. Here's an example.
Let the marketing and creative department collaborate on the next project. I will inform them about this.
Feedback. It is information about a reaction to something, which is used as a basis for improvement. Feedback. Here's an example.
Any feedback regarding the last commercial that we released? It reached a lot of potential customers, and it got good reviews as well.
Update. It refers to giving the newest information about something. Update. Here's an example.
Are there any updates we need to discuss?
I think all of the issues have been already discussed.
Consensus. It refers to a general agreement. Consensus. Here's an example.
It's difficult to come to a consensus about this issue, so we'll get back to it next meeting.
I will take note of that, madam.
Decision making. It is an act of making decisions, especially important ones. Decision making. Here's an example.
I will let you all do the decision making about our next campaign. We'll present to you our plan next meeting.
Let's practice your English.
Ready your pen and paper, then try to answer the exercise.
Choose the correct answer.
Mike, what's our for our meeting today?
Letter A. Agenda.
Letter B. Minutes.
Letter C. Brainstorm.
The correct answer is letter A. Agenda. Mike, what's our agenda for our meeting today?
May, don't forget to write the of the meeting.
Letter A. Collaborate.
Letter B. Minutes.
Letter C. Strategy.
The correct answer is letter B. Minutes. May, don't forget to write the minutes of the meeting.
Are we going to have a for the next campaign?
Letter A. Agenda.
Letter B. Feedback.
Letter C. Brainstorm. The correct answer is letter C. Brainstorm. Are we going to have a brainstorm for the next campaign? This has its drawbacks. Do you have any other plans?
Letter A. Strategy.
Letter B. Minutes.
Letter C. Decision making.
The correct answer is letter A. Strategy. This strategy has its drawbacks. Do you have any other plans?
Let the marketing and creative department on the next project.
Letter A. Feedback.
Letter B. Collaborate.
Letter C. Brainstorm.
The correct answer is letter B. Collaborate. Let the marketing and creative department collaborate on the next project.
Any. Regarding the last commercial that we released?
Letter A. Consensus.
Letter B. Strategy.
Letter C. Feedback. The correct answer is letter C. Feedback. Any feedback regarding the last commercial that we released? Are there any we need to discuss?
Letter A. Update.
Letter B. Collaborate.
Letter C. Decision making.
The correct answer is letter A. Update. Are there any updates we need to discuss?
It's difficult to come to A about this issue, so we'll get back to it next meeting.
Letter A. Feedback.
Letter B. Consensus.
Letter C. Agenda.
The correct answer is letter B. Consensus. It's difficult to come to a consensus about this issue, so we'll get back to it next meeting.
I will let you all do the about our next campaign.
Letter A. Minutes.
Letter B. Update.
Letter C. Decision making. The correct answer is letter C. Decision making. I will let you all do the decision making about our next campaign.
Thank you for watching.
Through the video, we have know a lot of vocabulary related with meetings. Meetings are essential activity in the product design and development process. Unfortunately, Meetings are not always used and conducted effectively, leading to waste time and where customers are involved. It reduces confidence in the design team. في الفيديو السابق او في الكلام الخاص بالنيتيف سبيكرز السابق كان بيعرض ابرز الكلمات او المصطلحات اللي بعتمد عليها في الاجتماعات. الاجتماعات هي نشاط اساسي بعتمد عليه بشكل كبير جدا في تصميم المنتج او العملية الخاصة بالتطوير، ولكن للأسف الاجتماعات احيانا مش بتوظف بالشكل الصحيح الفعال اللي بتؤدي الى انها بتفقد الوقت قيمته اذا لم يتم ادماج العملاء بشكل جيد يقلل من هدر الوقت ده ويعطي ثقة او يدي قدرة على ان احنا ندير الاجتماع. Meetings that are well organized with all participants adhering to few basic guidelines can realize a great deal of productivity in a relatively short period of time. عادة عشان نعمل اجتماع فعال لازم يتم تنظيمه بشكل جيد مع جميع المشاركين بشكل فيه تناغم، وبيبقى له خطوط إرشادية من خلالها نقدر ندير الإنتاجية داخل الاجتماع ده بإننا بنعرض ونناقش ما يتعلق بالموضوع في أقصر وقت ممكن عشان قلنا ما يبقاش فيه هدر للوقت. Meetings are tools for accomplishing work. The work to be done can include decision making, information gathering, or problem solving. Meetings are also excellent venue for recognition or celebration. A poor use of meeting is dissemination of information or regular report that are better suited to other means of communication. الاجتماعات دي أداة أنا بحقق من خلالها الشغل، لأنه في الاجتماعات ممكن يكون في صنع قرار، تجميع معلومات، حل مشكلات، فهي أداة تعتبر ممتازة إذا استخدمت بشكل صحيح. لكن الاستخدام الفقير للاجتماعات في إنه ما بقدرش أخد من خلالها تقارير منتظمة أو أقدر أطلع من خلالها بوسائل اتصال، هو ده اللي أحيانا بيكون أحد الآثار السلبية. Successful meeting begins with good preparation. This increases the likelihood that team members will attend and actively participate and leave feeling that something valuable was accomplished. Timely follow-up after the meeting ensure the work accomplished in the meeting is not lost. الاجتماعات الناجحة هي اللي بتبدأ بإعداد جيد، على أساسها بقدر أزود وجود الأعضاء داخل الفريق ومشاركتهم، ويبقى الاجتماع ليه قيمة وهدف بيسعى لتحقيقه، والهدف ده بيتم متابعته طبعا لاحقا. There are some guidelines for conducting effective meetings. The first step related with meeting preparation. في عندي بعض الخطوط الإرشادية اللي بعتمد عليها عشان أعمل اجتماع فعال. أول جانب متعلق بالميتينج preparation اللي هي عملية الإعداد للاجتماع. Firstly, you should decide on the purpose of the meeting. The purpose of the meeting should be what the team expects to accomplish during the meeting. In other words, the meeting should have measurable outcome. If the purpose is not measurable, evaluate alternatives other than a meeting to satisfy this type of purpose. في البداية وأنا بعد الاجتماع لازم أبقى حاطة مجموعة من الأهداف أو الأغراض المتوقعة بواسطة الفريق، ودي بتبقى مصاغة بطريقة قياسية أو لها مخرج عشان أقدر أقيمها كبدائل بعد الاجتماع وهل هي حققت الأهداف دي ولا لأ. So this is the first and the most important thing. Then prepare and distribute an agenda. If an agenda wasn't created at the previous meeting, both the team members for agenda items to be submitted at least 2 days prior to the meeting. If an action items are to be completed for the meeting, ask the persons responsible if they will be prepared to report on action item. لازم نجهز أو نعد أو نوزع حاجة اسمها أجندة الاجتماع اللي بتبقى فيها العناصر اللي هنناقشها مبنية على الاجتماع السابق. إذا ما كانتش متوفرة لازم نعدها قبلها بيومين على الأقل عشان نقدر نحدد إيه الحاجة اللي هنبقى مسؤولين عن مناقشتها كأشخاص داخل الاجتماع عشان نبدأ ننفذها كأداء. Agenda items should be combined by the time that should be allotted to address the specific agenda item. For meetings no longer than 2 hours, include 10 minutes break in the agenda. Distribute the agenda well enough in the advance so attendants have time to prepare and be ready to contribute. As per question, make hard copies of agenda to bring the meeting. Someone inevitably always forget to bring his or her agenda. في المعتاد ان احنا لازم طبعا نبقى مجهزين جميع العناصر اللي بتتم مناقشتها كأجندة عمل ومحددين لها وقت. الاجتماع المفروض ما يبقاش اكتر من ساعتين، كل نقطة لها حوالي 10 دقائق، ويفضل انها تكون مرتبطة ارتباط وثيق بالغرض من الاجتماع وتكون منها نسخة هارد كوبي او مطبوعة عشان يقدر الحاضرين يطلعوا عليها وياخدوا ملاحظاتهم. Determine who needs to be at the meeting. If all of the participants are not required for most of the agenda items, consider having multiple meetings to make use of people's time more effectively. It's better to have few people attend multiple meetings than to have number of people sit through agenda items in which they have little interest. مهم جدا انه النقاط اللي هيتم مناقشتها في الاجنده بتاعه الاجتماع يكون حاضر لها الاشخاص المسؤولين عنها. العبره ليست بالعدد الكبير، لكن احنا بنكون مركزين على انه اللي حاضر حتى لو عدد من الاشخاص قليل لكن هو المرتبط بموضوع الاجتماع. ممكن نعمل العديد من الاجتماعات يكون اعداد الحاضرين فيها قليل بس يكون التركيز على الموضوعات بشكل مختلف. Determine the required length of the meeting. It's common to see meeting length to an hour or multiples of an hour. Participants will often fill the entire length of the meeting. If a meeting only requires 20 minutes or 75 minutes, then set the meeting to that length. Make sure that the agenda indicates both starting and ending time for the meeting. أكيد لازم هبقى محددة طول أو مدة الاجتماع. الاجتماع كطول ممكن يكون ساعة أو أكتر من ساعة على حسب المشاركين وما يناسبهم. في اجتماعات أحيانا بتتطلب من 20 ل 75 دقيقة، وطبعا الطول بتاع الاجتماع ده بيحدد على حسب أجندة العمل امتى هتبدأ وامتى هتنتهي داخل الاجتماع. Find a location, a time for the meeting. For some teams, it's useful to set a regular time and place to meet that satisfies everyone's schedule. Then cancel the meeting if there is not a need to get together. When schedules are tight, sometimes working lunches are the easiest way to get together. لازم نبقى محددين مكان ووقت الاجتماع. بعض الفرق بيبقى بالنسبة لها مفيد جدا انها تحط وقت منتظم ومكان بيرضي الجداول او الاوقات بتاعة المسؤولين. ممكن نلغي الاجتماعات في حالة ان ملهاش احتياج او نضعها حسب جداول، واحيانا بنستعيد عنها بما يسمى اللانش الوركينج لانش اللي هو غداء العمل، وده بيبقى اسهل طريقة ان احنا نناقش الموضوعات بشكل افضل وايسر واسرع. First meeting. It's useful to use the first meeting to determine and agree upon policies for meeting conduct. These policies provide a reference that the facilitator can use to intervene. عادة الاجتماع الأول في بداية العمل هو اللي بيحدد لي أنا هوافق على إيه من الإجراءات والسياسات، فلازم يكون في اتصال كمرجع أساسي بيسهل الحكاية دي في أول اجتماع. These policies should be established to include. طبعا السياسات دي بتتم اتخاذها عشان تتضمن Traders, one of the biggest meeting time words is due to people showing up late, resulting in the meeting getting off to a later start or having to catch people up who have entered after the meeting has started. Some teams find it useful to have a bounty of late comer. One example is to have anyone who is late to pay a nominal sum of money that when accumulated will be used to buy the team lunch. طبعا عشان اعمل اجتماعات قائمة على سياسات محددة لازم ان يكون متواجد اشخاص، فالاشخاص دي هتكون متواجدة بشكل اساسي، مش هيسمح بتأخيرات. طبعا ممكن يجمع مبلغ من المال لو احنا هنعمل تيم لانش، غداء عمل للفريق اللي موجود. airtime. Sometimes there's people on the team that like us to have floor, resulting in some team members getting the chance to be here. Decide upon policies that allow everyone airtime. في اجتماعات بتكون على السريع، عشان كده بيسموها اجتماع متخذ وقت airtime، وده اللي بيحدد فيه النتائج اللي المفروض هيتفق عليها الأعضاء كفريق مسؤولين عن أحد الموضوعات المتعلقة بالعمل. Interruptions. Most people don't like to be interrupted, so likely everyone will agree the interrupters will not be tolerant. عملية قطع الكلام داخل الاجتماعات أحيانا دي بتبقى حاجة مش مستحبة وبتعمل مشكلة للأشخاص اللي عاملين الاجتماع. You versus I, the team should make it policy that the contents of comments made are about the project and not people involved in the project. Personal attacks can elevate the meeting to a violent level. طبعا الاختلافات في الرأي انت بتواجهني مش معناها ان احنا هندخل في صراعات داخل الاجتماع، لكن كل واحد بيعبر على طريقته، وبالذات في المشروعات اللي ممكن يكون فيها آراء مختلفة. Chairperson and facilitator. It should be decided if the chairperson and facilitator roles are given to specific individuals or if they are rotating roles. The chairperson leads the team through the business as presented by agenda. In the other words, deals with the content of the meeting. The chairperson is often the leader of the current phase of the project. The facilitator deals with the process of the meeting and is responsible for ensuring all participants adhere to policies set by the team. في عندنا المدير المسؤول والشخص اللي بيسهل الإجراءات الخاصة بالاجتماع، كلاهما مهم داخل الاجتماع وله مسؤولياته المحددة المنوطة إليه. We have minutes. Determine who will take minutes. This is a specific person or rotating role and expected turnaround time and methods for dissemination of these minutes. في نهاية الاجتماع طبعا بيبقى في عندنا مجموعة من الملاحظات أو ما توصل الاجتماع إليه اللي هو بيسموه المينتس. Offside, meetings can very easily be derelied when conversations take a tangent. There are sometimes known as offside. The team should agree upon how these deviations should handle and make record of them to be addressed. If there is time at the end of the meeting, add them to the agenda or the next meeting or address them in a separate meeting. بيبقى في عندنا موضوعات على هامش الاجتماع، واحيانا دي يا اما بيتم مناقشتها في نهاية الاجتماع او بيعقد لها اجتماعات خاصة بيها لوحدها. The chairperson of the meeting should show up few minutes early and make sure the meeting place is equipped by everything necessary for the meeting. Chairs, flip chart, markers, overhead. Each meeting should begin with the following activities: attendance, a record of participants and those absent regrets are recorded in the meeting minutes. Consider making a notation of late comers. If there is anybody at the meeting who is not familiar with everyone else, quick introductions are in order. طبعا في عندي حاجات بتبقى من مسؤولية المدير الخاص بالاجتماع، هو اللي بيحدد لي التفاصيل اللي بنصل إليها في نهاية الاجتماع، وكل ما يتعلق بالاجتماع نفسه زي وجود overhead projector، وجود الماركرز اللي هو اللي بعلم بيه وخلافه كأنشطة. طبعا بيتاخد في بداية الاجتماع الحضور، بسجل الناس اللي موجودة، بكتب الغايبين، وبتذكر في محضر الاجتماع اللي هو الميتنج مانتس، وبيوضع في الاعتبار انه لو في ناس جاية جديدة لازم يتم تعريفها طبعا على الفور. Review minutes of previous meeting participants should come to the meeting have read the minutes of the previous meeting Only items that there is disagreement or whether they have been accurately recorded are to be briefly discussed and updated. مراجعة محاضر الاجتماع السابق كمشاركين دي نقطة مهمة جدا لازم توضع في الحسبان. Review of the agenda. وبراجع كمان جدول الأعمال. This is the point. Additional agenda items should be put forward. These items should be included only if they are relevant to the meeting and there is time available, or if the team agrees they should take procedures over another agenda item that can be deferred. It's strongly recommended that everyone have a chance to experience each of the different rules at some point during the design project. طبعا مراجعة جدول أعمال الخاص بالاجتماع كنقطة أساسية هو اللي بيحتوي عليه ما يرتبط بالاجتماع والوقت المتاح ومين اللي هيكون موافق ومين اللي حاضر وما هو مطلوب. مراجعة النقاط دي حاجة مهمة جدا المفروض ان احنا بنعتمد عليها لما نكون بنتكلم على الاجتماع، لانه على اساسها بقدر احدد ايه اللي هيتم اداؤه. Statement of the purpose and objects. The chairman should review the purpose of the meeting and expected outcomes. If necessary, a reminder of meeting policies can be made at this point. اني اصيغ الهدف من الاجتماع ده دور الرئيس او المدير بتاع الاجتماع، هو اللي بيبقى متوقع ما المخرجات المطلوب ادائها. During the meeting. اثناء الاجتماع. Stick to the agenda. Stay on the topic of the agenda item and to be compliant with allotted time. Take notes. One person should be responsible for keeping meeting minutes. These minutes should not detail the entire conversation, but should record the sessions as well as any action items. What needed to be done, who is responsible, when is it to be done. Individuals should maintain their own record of actions assigned to them in their logbook. طبعا اثناء الاجتماع لازم نكون محددين هنشتغل ايه بناء على اجندة العمل والوقت المسموح بيها. بناخد ملاحظات، كل شخص بيبقى مسؤول عن انه بيكتب ايه الحاجات اللي بيتوصل ليها الاجتماع. طبعا المينتس الاخيرة او النتيجة الخاصة بمحاضر الاجتماع دي بتبقى توضع كنقاط او اشياء هيتم فعلها، ايه اللي هيتعمل، مين المسؤول وهتتعمل امتى ومين الاشخاص اللي هيقوموا بيها وازاي هتتقيم وهكذا. دي نقاط مهمة during. Different item that can be effectively addressed. It's found during the course of the meeting that an item cannot be addressed because of the lack of the information or the right individuals are not present. Don't waste time on that item. Instead, defer the agenda item to the meeting when it can be adequately addressed. Make sure an action item is in place to prevent the same item from being deferred repeatedly. طبعا احنا واحنا بنناقش اجندة الاجتماع لازم نبقى حاطين في حساباتنا جميع التفاصيل الخاصة بنقص المعلومات وما يرتبط بها. اذا كان في عندي نقطة فيها نقص في المعلومات فاحنا بنبدأ ننقل اجندة العمل حوالين النقطة اللي بعدها علشان ما يكونش فيه فقد في الوقت ونحافظ على البنود الاساسية. انهينا concluding the meeting. Set the agenda for the next meeting, and the agenda include the purpose and objectives of the meeting as well as a time to meet. Any unfinished or unaddressed business from the current meeting should be noted. Evaluate the meeting. Briefly discuss the meeting address its intended purpose and objective, and if not, why. كختام للاجتماع بنراجع الأجندة، نجهز الأجندة الجديدة للاجتماع القادم محققين طبعا الأهداف أو الغرض من الاجتماع الجاي. إذا كان في أي أعمال غير منتهية أو أي أشياء لم يتم مناقشتها، وبيبقى في تقييم الاجتماع الحالي ومناقشة إيه اللي توصلنا ليه، ولو في نقاط ما توصلناش ليها إيه أسباب عدم التوصل ولماذا. End of the time. انتهى وقت الاجتماع. After the meeting. بعد الاجتماع بقى إيه اللي بيحصل؟ Consolidate and distribute the minutes. The minutes of the meeting should be distributed to the team members with a day of the meeting. Thank guests. If any guests attend the meeting, such as a customer, accompany a copy of the meeting minutes with a brief notes of state. طبعا بعد الاجتماع بيتم توزيع محاضر الاجتماعات على الأشخاص الموجودة كأعضاء، وبيتم شكر طبعا الأعضاء أو الناس اللي حاضرين، وخاصة لو فيهم عملاء، وكل واحد ياخد نسخة كجزء موجز من الاجتماع عشان يتم مناقشتها بشكل أساسي. Right now we are going to listen to a conversation in a meeting, in a business meeting. Let's listen to it and be back again.
Hello everyone. Tim and Melinda are running late, but we have a lot to get through, so we should get started. Jason, can you please take the minutes today?
Yes, of course, Tony. No problem.
Thanks. Okay, let's get the ball rolling. First on the agenda today, Carrie, can you please give us an update on the marketing strategy for our new beverage, Ginger Cola?
Yes, Tony. Well, we have decided to pitch the new Ginger Cola as a health and energy drink.
Fantastic. I think this will be our next big hit. There is no reason that it shouldn't be a winner. It tastes great, it's healthy, and it has very low calories. It's perfect for working out. Let's make this the next Red Bull energy drink. Where are we with the advertising and promotion strategy?
We still have a few things to work out, but we are planning to have a power hitter from the Japan Baseball League as a celebrity endorsement. We still have to iron out some details, but we think he's a great fit.
Great idea. Well, let's set aside more time at the next meeting for a more in-depth look at what you have planned. Of course, that's really important, but we have a lot to cover in today's meeting.
Okay, Tony. I will be ready to present to everyone then.
Let's move on to the next topic. I have sent around an action list for each of you to take a look at. It includes a look at the following calls to action that we need to address for the upcoming charity walkathon. Let's take a few moments and go over everyone's role. This is extremely important for us. We need to give back to the community.
I couldn't agree more. This has been at the top of all our agendas, and we have come up with some pretty innovative ideas. Let me start things off, if that's okay with everyone else.
By that conversation we have ended our meeting today. بالمحادثة اللي كانت جوه الاجتماع أنهينا لقائنا اليوم. Waiting for you in other meetings in managerial studies or what is related with administration studies in English. Thank you for listening. Goodbye and do your best.